Let's take in Parliament and also stay on the upcoming budget review, because only half of the total 275 members of Parliament will be admitted into the chamber on Thursday when Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta delivers the mid-year budget statement. The rest of the MPs would have to monitor proceedings on television, in their offices, or sit in the public gallery. Speaker of Parliament Professor Michael Quay announced that as part of measures to ensure social distancing to avoid spread of COVID-19, MPs will sit an extra seat apart. The chamber will thus not be filled to capacity. MPs will be allowed to get in on a first-come, first-served basis. Professor Michael Quay announced no members of the public will be allowed into the House tomorrow, and no one will be allowed to mass up around Parliament. Media attendance in the House will also be limited to 25 journalists. Professor Quay says the Security Office has been directed to enforce the protocols to the latter.
Honourable members of Parliament may note that there will be free sitting in the chamber. All name tags will be removed for tomorrow. Members may only sit on alternative seats, such that there will be an empty seat between every two members seated. Honourable members who are unable to find seats may monitor the presentation in their offices. Alternatively, such members could be seated at the public gallery, where no others will be admitted to follow proceedings. 3. The general public is by this informed that regarding tomorrow's sitting, the protocol that debars all visitors to Parliament, and especially to parliamentary sittings, remains in force. To that end, the public gallery will not be open to members of the public. No members of the public will be entitled to attend Parliament tomorrow. 4. The program will be aired on both state and private media, and the general public may follow proceedings from the comfort of their homes and offices. The Public Affairs Department are to ensure that the program is aired live for the benefit of all Ghanaians. 5. The Director of the Public Affairs and the Dean of the Press Corps are also directed to ensure that there is social distancing at the press gallery, where only limited members of the media will be admitted. The usual parliamentary press corps. Others are to please get their information from them and stay away from this house. It is useful to state that having regard to a limited space available, media personnel other than those identified as members of the parliamentary press corps will not be admitted into the house. Other media persons may obtain their information from the parliamentary press corps or from live broadcasts. The Marshal is accordingly directed to ensure full compliance. To emphasize, no crowd will be allowed outside the chamber area. Members should please refrain from moving about the chamber, touching other chairs and tables, and going to sit next to others. Social distancing is imperative.
Meanwhile, the House is all set for the presentation by the Finance Minister. Joseph Opoku-Gakpo has been interacting with some MPs ahead of tomorrow's presentation.
There are very mixed expectations right here in Parliament ahead of the Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta's appearance to deliver the mid-year budget statement. Well, for those on the minority side, they think that there will be nothing in it that will change the fortunes of the country, particularly approaching the 2020 elections. But those on the majority side have very high expectations, and they think it will be a good opportunity for the good record of the NPP administration, as they describe it, to actually be projected, even as the Finance Minister shows up tomorrow. Let's get very quick reactions from two MPs. The Member of Parliament for the Keta constituency, Richard Koshiga, is joining us, just as Daniel Ochima-Boaji, the MP for Bantama, who is a member of the Finance Committee. Honourable Koshiga, any huge expectations ahead of tomorrow's processes?
I don't think that I expect the Finance Minister to do anything more than what he's been doing, to come and sermonize to the Ghanaian people in Parliament. He will obviously come and quote scriptures to, as it were, calm down the nerves of Ghanaians to expect that, oh, this is somebody who has something meaningful to tell them. But it's all going to be a pack of vile propaganda that he'll be doing on the floor tomorrow. We've seen it in the past, the things that he said, none of them has been realized. We have achieved nothing. Jobs have been lost even before COVID-19. So COVID-19 cannot be an excuse. COVID-19 only provided for them the space and the avenue, to loot the state coffers.
Your expectations as well?
Joe, just let me say that it's quite unfortunate to hear a senior, in my own terms with him, because he was here before me, speak the way he's spoken. I'm quite disappointed. But that's not the fact. The fact is that today you and I don't sleep in dark annex anymore, because you've managed to clear doom so and sustain it. Even the energy crisis that we inherited, right? That now you and I have to cough about $1 billion to deal with it because of our friends in NDC's decision of take or pay. We are managing through it. The finance minister has done very, very well. The expectations are not going to be anything. You know what to expect, so to say, because we are in global crisis of COVID-19. The pandemic, it has effect on every economy. No country was prepared.
But still, you still think the economy is in better shape than what the NDC?
What I want to say is that I just wanted to dispute what my honorable colleague said by providing him concrete examples of what we have done to show that the MPP government under the leadership of Nana Akufo-Addo, with the finance minister and all other ministers, have indeed delivered. And that the things that he's talking about, that we have done that in propaganda, he is even living it.
Summarize that.
Is he telling me that he's not enjoying COVID relief of electricity and power? And you come and say it's nothing? So look, if you want to talk about it, look at the economy, where it was. 2017, when we picked up, it was very bad. We stabilized it. Interest rate has gone down. Policy rate is now about 14.5%. Right? The light is on. We are managing through the deficit. Okay, responsibly. We have eased the burden on Ghanaians.
So those are some members of parliament there with expectation. It's all happening in the next few hours tomorrow morning by 10 a.m. And then we would wait and hear what Kano Feriata will be telling parliament.